TheRealJDoll's channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we are making macaroni and cheese. We're gonna come up with some really good macaroni, so I'm gonna show you how I make it. I've got the ingredients out, ready to go, so let's go ahead and get into the video. So I've got my water, but I'm also gonna add a little chicken broth. Gonna use some salt. Okay, we got some salt in the water. And this is the biggest pot I have, y'all, so I might need to make 2 pots. Next, we're gonna start shredding the cheese because this takes a lot of time. So I have extra sharp cheddar, I have Colby Jack, I have mozzarella, I have medium cheddar cheese, and then I have a little bit of Gouda in there as well for a little extra. Now I heard the more cheeses you have, the more flavorful it'll be, you know, like a little blend. So I got a pan. I'm just gonna take my cheese grater and get the grating. I've been grating the same block of cheese for a while now. I grate my own cheese when I'm actually cooking because that's how you get like a nice cheese pool, and it's just better overall in my experience. But now I see why all the aunties and stuff that cook that good macaroni have them arms, because baby, these arms ain't doing nothing. So our water is starting to boil. I'm going to add in elbow macaroni. I just got great value. I got a 3-pound box, but I'm not gonna use the whole thing. I'm gonna try to use like 2/3 of the box. Look what we got here. A full pan of shredded, literally shredded cheese. This is mozzarella, that's Colby. That is medium, and then this is Gouda. Taking it back to the pot, our noodles are boiling. It's super, see, that's why you gotta be careful. Like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, you do wanna make sure that you are stirring your noodles regularly so that way they don't get all sticky. I may need to split this up into 2 pots. You wanna make sure your noodles have enough room to breathe and get big. These noodles right now, they aren't big enough, but they will get bigger. Trust and believe. So now we're gonna wait for these noodles to cook and we can go ahead and make our cheese sauce. You also have to be careful and watch your macaroni as well while it's boiling, because it will try to bubble up and almost bubble over, you see? So sometimes you may need to just tilt your top so that way it's not fully covering and all that heat isn't getting trapped in there and it bubbles over. But having the top on does help the noodles expand some as well. I also did put some of the noodles in another pot, so this one is probably gonna take longer. As you can see, there's no action going on, no bubbling, no nothing. So I do have that in there as well. So back to the sauce, which I heard is called a roux. We are going to take some margarine and put it into a bowl, or put it into our pot. This is my butter dish, so let's not do too much about it, but that's about 5 tablespoons of butter. So we're gonna put that in there and then let that melt. As you can see, it's already starting to melt. So I know this pot is hot. So we're gonna let that, you know, melt all the way first before we add the next ingredients. Now we're gonna add some flour. I'm just gonna stir that up. Now we're gonna add some heavy cream. Mix that all together. It seems like my eye is a little too hot, so I am going to turn it down some. You don't want to burn it, you just want to make sure it's hot enough so everything can mix together. And this is a little too thick for my liking, so I'm going to go in with some half and half. until I get the right consistency that I like. Here are our seasonings. I'm gonna take a little bit of creole, some onion powder, some paprika. I don't have any smoked paprika. Paprika really just helps give it color. We're gonna use a little garlic powder. What is over there popping? And then we're gonna use some black pepper. And then we're gonna add this to our roux. Give that a stir. And as you look at the roux, you should be able to see like some color added in there. You should be able to see the spices. And then turn the eye down and let that simmer for just a little bit. Look how big the noodles are now. This is about how big they should be, and they should be a little soft. So we are going to go ahead and drain the water up out of here. Okay, so I drained my noodles, and I didn't feel like showing you guys that because it was heavy. But now we're just going to pour some of the noodles into the pan. This is a good amount for this pan. We do want to make sure our food is seasoned, so I'm gonna take some salt, sprinkle it on top, and then we are going to put probably about 3-4 tablespoons of that in here. Going back to our roux, we are almost finished. I did turn the eye off because it is pretty much melted. But there is one more ingredient that we have to add just to give it a little flavor, a little try to make it like the aunties, y'all. If y'all have another secret ingredient, let me know, because I heard mustard, you know, isn't really that bad in macaroni. Talk to your mom about it. But we are gonna add a little sour cream in there. Had to whip out a fresh can. It made it in there. Just a little. Stir all that in there. We can go ahead and start adding some of our cheese. We have a lot of cheese, remember? So we're just gonna start raking it in there. Use your hands, get all in there, but that's why we wash our hands before we cook. And while we cook too, if you start touching and doing too much. Stir all that cheese in. Look at it getting stiff and stuff already. If it gets too tough for you to turn your eye back on. But I mean, look at that. Look at that cheese pull. I don't know too many, I'm just saying. I don't know too many. It's time. Ah! Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Oh, okay. We're going to pour some of this in here. All right. Come on. Oh yeah. This right here is mac and cheese. Oh, and I think this is a good consistency. What y'all think? Comment down below. So it is all mixed. And y'all, I taste tested just the macaroni right here. It is so good. It is so good. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to take some more of our cheese tray, because look, we still have plenty left. And you know, I still have the other noodles too, but we still have plenty left clearly. So I'm just gonna take some of the cheese and top it off. That's done. Next, I am going to add just some paprika on the top to give it some color when it comes out of the oven. I am going to add a little Lowry's for a little flavor. And next, we are going to put it in the oven.